Welcome into this edition of Great City Attractions. Today we tour one of the great cities of Turkey. These are the great city attractions of Izmir. The Clock Tower, the most recognisable landmark and tourist attraction in the city of Izmir. Erected in honour of an Ottoman Sultan, the clock tower has been damaged by earthquakes over the centuries past. The clock tower is known for its wonderful display when lit up at night. Ephesus, the most famous of all tourist attractions in the greater Izmir region. Lying at modern-day Selçuk, the city once possessed one of the seven wonders of the ancient world in the form of the Temple of Artemis. Favour from Augustus saw the city rise to prominence in the 1st century BC, while armies of Goths destroyed much of the city in the 2nd century AD. The Library of Celsus, the Basilica of St. John, and the Gate of Augustus are just some of the important structures to be seen around the area. Ataturk Monuments. Turkey is in light on celebrating the former statesman and military leader. Izmir honours the memory of the leader of the Turkish Republic in a red marble monument near the coast. And the Ataturk Mosque, a steel structure completed in the early 2000s that's been made to look as if it's been carved out of the rock face backing. Smyrna, one of two major ancient cities that once stood proud along the coast. The main sites tourists and visitors will take in today are the ancient agora and marketplace, along with the stoa and entrance gates. It's an interesting place to visit in Izmir for sure, with the ancient city being closely related to Alexander the Great. Elevator building, one of the quirkier sites in Izmir. The building was completed in the early 1930s, with the building and construction supported by a wealthy banker. The elevator bridges the gap between the coast and the hillside, with trade goods and people being able to use the lift. If you're enjoying the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hisar Mosque. This mosque, one of the biggest you'll find in the centre of Izmir, is known for its multiple domes and ornate interiors. It's also the home of some great Ottoman artworks. The history of the mosque on site goes back to the 16th century. The religious landmark has undergone numerous restorations over the last 2 centuries. Kadifekale, the Velvet Castle in English. This is one of the most popular places to visit in Izmir. The fortifications on this area actually hark back towards the 3rd century BC, although the walls you see today are mostly from medieval times. Echoes of the first settlements here on site can be seen in the ancient cisterns. There's also the crumbling watchtowers, high walls, and a series of gates to be stormed if you are feeling capable of doing so. Cesme, making a great day trip away from the major city of Izmir. This resort town has many highlights and points of interest. The resident castle is the standout historical highlight of the town, alongside its beautiful marinas and sandy beaches. There's also a notable aquarium for those interested in the local sea life. Museums of Izmir. Among the prominent museums you want to visit in Izmir is the Izmir Ethnographical and Archaeological Museum, the Ataturk Museum, and the well-reviewed Maritime Museum, which showcases the seafaring history of those that have called this part of Asia Minor home through the ages. That concludes this edition of Great City Attractions. Subscribe to the channel. What's your favourite thing to do in Izmir? Comment below.